We are in the M3. I just purchased. This M3 has no navigation. It has cloth seats. It has a manual transmission. It has no sunroof. The fact that this was in America is totally ridiculous because Americans like all this crap that you don't need in cars. And so this is just a fantastic find. The fact that I have all the stuff that I want. This is the way that I would have ordered an M3. And so, I mean, not only was this a good find, but it was for sale in my neighborhood, and so I picked it up. But of course it needs some work. I picked it up for a really good deal. The person who sold it to me just had me pay off the remainder on their loan. That's it, but it doesn't run, so it needs a throttle actuator. All right, so we're gonna go, I'll drive around the neighborhood and show you what it's like. Okay, so it does run, but I mean, it's in limp mode, so it can't go very fast. Previous owner has a Corsa exhaust on here, and he also has an intake, and he also has KW V3 coilovers. Okay, so actually it looks like we might not be entering limp mode, which is awesome, but let's go. A couple things on the agenda. We need to, oh, that's third gear. We need to change the transmission fluid, do some other maintenance. And of course, the other issue with the S65 is the rod bearing issue, so I'm going to be doing oil analysis on this car. This is a great car. You see a lot of these at the track, and there's a good reason for that, because it's just a fantastic car. But I didn't want one with all the extra crap, and so I wasn't really even shopping for one. My friend just told me his friend was selling this, and so I just called him up right away, and I said, I gotta have it. It's mine. And now it's mine. That's pretty much how I buy cars. Someone will notify me, hey, this thing's for sale, this is sweet, you might like it, and then I'll just go out and do it. And you know, we have the interest rates are rising, and that's happening soon, and so I was moving money around anyways. I tried to buy a Lamborghini the other week, and I missed out on that. Thank God I missed out on that, because I found this. Yeah, we're out of limp mode. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna wait till I get out to the road a little bit more. Yeah, see, when you drive something like this, you wave to everyone and they wave back. Oh my gosh, this is great. I love this car. Do you hear that engine? I don't know if you guys can hear that engine, but that is a really neat sound. I may actually be moving in June or something when I have to go get a real job, and I can probably only take one car with me. It's probably going to be this one. So I may have to sell my other cars, but I'd like to keep them if I can. If I can't, well, that's life. You got to live with it. Something like this is something that you will never find again. I will never find this car again. The S2000, the E46, yeah, I can replace those, or I can put them in storage. I'll always find one of those again. But this, spec'd this way, will not happen. I will not find this again. And it's 4 doors, so it's like, it's convenient. As you get older, you have to start networking with people. And having a 5-seater is a big deal, because you have to take people out and shoot the shit and all that other nonsense. So having a car like this is much better than having the 2-seat cars that I've been playing around with, like the Viper or the S2000. This is sort of a grown-up car that you can still, you know, play around in, go to the track, have fun. Yeah, we're not in limp mode, so we're gonna, ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh baby. I'm gonna go around this corner. Oh my god, here we go, we're gonna get on it here. Alright, well, I hope you can hear that engine. So these M3s are known for just drinking gas. And I don't have a problem with that. Gas is cheap. Yeah, the politicians want to keep taxing us, but, you know, I plan to get the hell out of California, so I'm not super worried about it. If you would have asked me, you know, a few years ago if I ever thought I'd be driving something like this at this point in my life, I would have said, hell no. There's no way that this will happen. But I drove really, really cheap cars in college, I would always buy them with problems. Just like this car, I would always buy cars with problems and fix them, and then I would sell them at a break-even point. And the worst part about that is selling the car. I hope to never have to sell this car. This is just an awesome find. I got, cloth seats with seat heaters. It's like the guy who ordered this car was reading my mind. When you see something that pops up that is you, that is everything that you want, you have to go out and get it. And as I was picking up this car, the guy was getting a ton of calls on it because he priced it so cheap. It's just unbelievable. So I'm very happy with this, but it's probably going to cost me a lot of money. It's like a sports car with none of the downsides. It's so quiet in here. It drives, like a BMW, like a luxury car. And then when you get on it, you can hear the engine sound, but it's not obnoxious. It's just enough that you can tell where you are in the rev range. Steering feel is phenomenal. Brakes are pretty good. I'd probably put some different pads on it, some different high temperature fluid. KW V3s, those are nice coilovers. And the fact that we got out of limp mode while making this video is pretty convenient. So I'm glad that I could share that with you. Oh man, this thing's gonna kill me on gas. Just sucking down the gas. I drove my S2000 to the track a couple days ago, and I got 35 miles to the gallon. I think this thing, you're probably lucky to get 20 miles to the gallon on the freeway. The other thing about this is it's black. I love black cars. I try to always buy black. It's just perfect. My last S2000, I didn't get a black one because the S2000s seem to sell so quick in California. You got to go out and just get one, and so the red one was in good shape, so I bought that. But man, this is nice. It has a typical BMW sort of rubbery shifter feel. It's really a nice transmission. What? You hear this gurgling, and that's probably the car sucking down the gas. It just goes and then you spend all your money on gas, pretty much. Gas, tires, brakes, everything on this car is super expensive. The throttle actuator that I have to put in this car is, the cheapest price I found is $900. And apparently if you have the service done at the dealer, they charge you $1,000 to install it. This is not a car that you buy to save money. You have to pay to play, but I think it's pretty worth it. So, and I love not having the screen up here. It's just much cleaner looking. It looks like there's a growth in the dash on the other BMWs. The other thing is this looks, it looks like a 3 Series. You don't get a lot of attention like you do in the Viper. And I don't really like getting attention. So this is a really good combination of performance, being a little low key. Yeah, you can tell it's an M3, it's got bulges, but the only people who are going to notice that are men. It's when the women come over thinking that you're going to be their free lunch. I get sick of that. This thing is great. Whee! Oh, so my mileage went back up because I haven't been giving it a lot of gas. I'm at 270 miles left on this tank. It's pretty good. Throttle is really sensitive. Typical BMW floor mount pedal. Brake pedal is hinged on the top mount pedal, and the gas pedal's on the bottom, so it actually works out really well for heel toe shifting. The S2000, I kind of have to tilt my foot and kick down with my heel. This one is nice and easy, and the engine revs so quick. It's just, you tap it and it just revs up. Really a great car. I have these other cars and they're just, the only thing I can do with them is take them to the track, but this car is actually pretty useful. You could probably take it on a road trip. And the seats are very comfy. And the wheel is very comfy. And it has way too much power. And it has a really nice stereo. And it hugs the road. And I could go on and on about this car. I could just drive it forever. And the rev match is perfectly easy like that. And there's lots of grip. KW V3s are definitely not as special as the Öhlins, because the Öhlins, it rides similar to the Öhlins, but when I go over these little bumps, I can feel them still. We're still not in limp mode, so I don't know what's going on. that is all I got on this car. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your car.